Kawasaki has just made the boldest move of its career, shaking up the motorcycle industry like never before. No flashy ads, no big events, just an affordable, high-quality cruiser that's changing everything. Why is this move so significant, and what does it mean for the future of motorcycling? Stick with us to find out. The silence before the storm. Kawasaki's entrance into the cruiser market wasn't marked by the usual fanfare or elaborate media campaigns. There was no press tour, no influencer hype, and certainly no attempt to dazzle the industry with flashy reveals. Instead, Kawasaki executed their strategy in a way that was as subtle as it was strategic, slipping into the market almost unnoticed, but with a calculated precision that would soon disrupt the status quo. The silence surrounding their move made the eventual shift all the more powerful. While other motorcycle manufacturers fought for attention, Kawasaki quietly prepared to make its most significant impact yet. In an industry known for its loud, over-the-top marketing tactics and glorification of legacy, Kawasaki's understated approach to entering the cruiser market may have seemed like an oversight, but it was far from that. Kawasaki didn't need the noise. Their strategy was built on efficiency, production excellence, and a value-driven pricing model that could speak for itself. While Harley-Davidson and Indian motorcycles focused on nostalgia-driven designs and premium pricing, Kawasaki took a different route, zeroing in on practicality, affordability, and innovation. Their decision to remain low-key while perfecting their product was, in retrospect, a masterstroke. One that would set them apart when competitors were distracted by spectacle. This quiet approach gave Kawasaki the chance to observe and learn. As other companies, especially Harley, continued to emphasize traditional cruiser values, Kawasaki was able to refine a new model that would appeal to a broader, more modern audience. When Kawasaki finally unveiled its offerings, it wasn't just a new motorcycle model, it was a complete recalibration of what a cruiser could be in the current market. And while many were busy making noise, Kawasaki quietly prepared to lead with precision. The real magic of Kawasaki's strategy lay in its ability to execute a powerful move without needing to announce it to the world in advance. The market response to Kawasaki's new direction was immediate. Their entry wasn't just about launching a bike, it was about launching a philosophy. By sticking to their roots of affordability and reliability, Kawasaki made a statement that would resonate in an increasingly cost-conscious world. The power of their strategy wasn't just in the product, it was in the approach that allowed them to slip into the market and change it, all while others were still playing by old rules. By now, you're seeing how Kawasaki's strategy has quietly shifted the motorcycle landscape. If this is hitting home for you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's plenty more to uncover. The path to innovation. While many cruiser manufacturers have struggled to balance modern performance with nostalgic appeal, Kawasaki's approach to innovation was a breath of fresh air. The Vulcan S, one of their most prominent cruiser models, was a revelation. It didn't rely on outdated design tropes or overly complicated features. Instead, Kawasaki focused on the modernization of the cruiser format. They understood that what riders wanted wasn't just a flashy aesthetic, but a bike that would perform well on the road and provide an enjoyable, no-nonsense riding experience. The Vulcan S, with its low weight, adjustable ergonomics, and practical performance features, represented a leap forward for the cruiser segment. What Kawasaki achieved with the Vulcan S and other models wasn't about rehashing past designs. It was about bringing the cruiser segment into the modern era without abandoning its core values. Kawasaki modernized the cruiser by blending classic cruiser elements with today's expectations of performance and versatility. Where competitors clung to nostalgia and the status quo, Kawasaki used its engineering expertise to design bikes that fit the needs of today's riders. Young, practical, and looking for a versatile ride that could take them anywhere. Their ability to innovate without discarding the essence of what a cruiser should be is what sets them apart. The shift towards simplicity and functionality wasn't just a design choice, it was a philosophy. Kawasaki didn't aim to outdo Harley or Indian at their own game. Instead, they simply asked the question, what do riders need today? The result was a modern cruiser that was efficient, affordable, and designed with the practical rider in mind. This engineering evolution proved that a cruiser didn't need to be heavy with chrome and complicated features. It could be light, nimble, and offer the performance that riders crave, all while maintaining the essential cruiser experience. For Kawasaki, the focus wasn't on impressing enthusiasts who had long been loyal to Harley or Indian. It was about appealing to the new generation of riders who weren't as tied to legacy as their predecessors. By focusing on practicality and modern tech, Kawasaki redefined what it meant to ride a cruiser in the 21st century. The Vulcan S wasn't just another motorcycle, it was a blueprint for the future. Every piece of gear we trust is listed below. No hype, just what actually works on the road. Pricing strategy that shakes the industry. Kawasaki's entry into the cruiser market wasn't only significant because of its design and innovation, it was the pricing that truly set them apart. In an industry where many cruisers were pushing luxury-level price tags, Kawasaki dared to do something different. Their bikes, particularly the Vulcan S and their other cruiser offerings, were priced below what most competitors considered reasonable for the category, but without compromising on the essential features that riders expect. The decision to price their models well below traditional cruiser price points without sacrificing quality was a calculated risk that paid off. This pricing move wasn't just about offering a cheaper alternative. Kawasaki's strategy was calculated and deliberate. By offering a cruiser that was affordable, reliable, and easy to maintain, Kawasaki positioned itself as a practical choice for riders who wanted value without having to pay a premium for lifestyle branding. This pricing strategy shook up the industry, especially in a segment where many manufacturers, Harley-Davidson in particular, had long relied on the assumption that cruisers were inherently expensive. By providing a bike that didn't require riders to break the bank, Kawasaki directly challenged the inflated price tags of their competitors. For riders, Kawasaki's pricing felt like a breath of fresh air. In a world where bikes were becoming increasingly expensive, Kawasaki's decision to keep costs low while delivering a premium experience was a refreshing contrast to the heavy branding and complex models being offered by Harley and Indian. It wasn't just about being cheap, it was about providing a quality bike at a price that made sense. The Vulcan S and its counterparts proved that riders didn't have to sacrifice quality for affordability. As Kawasaki made waves with its pricing, competitors were forced to react. Harley's premium pricing started to seem like a hindrance, especially as riders began to realize they could get a similarly capable bike for a fraction of the price. Indian too had to rethink its pricing strategy, as Kawasaki's bold move made the traditional cruiser price model feel outdated. Kawasaki's strategy wasn't just about lowering prices, it was about forcing the entire industry to rethink its approach to value. And they're not trying to be the loudest or the flashiest, they're just making sure that their bikes work, and work well. Kawasaki versus Harley-Davidson, the quiet threat. Kawasaki has long been an underdog in the cruiser segment, often overshadowed by giants like Harley-Davidson and Honda. However, its latest move, emphasizing affordability, practicality, and efficiency, has placed it in a position to challenge Harley-Davidson's dominance in a way few anticipated. While Harley boasts a prestigious legacy built on heavy chrome, classic designs, and the allure of rebellion, Kawasaki has quietly shifted the conversation towards something more practical. In an era where modern consumers are increasingly seeking value without compromising on quality, Kawasaki's pricing strategy is striking a significant blow to Harley-Davidson's premium approach. Harley has long relied on its strong brand image, portraying itself as the epitome of American motorcycling and a symbol of freedom. While this identity has resonated with countless riders, it has also contributed to a growing sense of exclusivity that alienates many younger buyers and practical riders. Harley's premium pricing has made it an aspirational brand, but in a world where cost efficiency is becoming a top priority for riders, this exclusivity is beginning to feel out of touch. Kawasaki's approach is refreshingly different. With models like the Vulcan S and Rebel 1100, Kawasaki has offered cruisers at a fraction of the price of their premium counterparts while maintaining a focus on reliability and design innovation. The result? More riders are turning to Kawasaki, recognizing that the high price tags of traditional cruisers are no longer justified. The shift in consumer sentiment is already visible. Buyers who once gravitated toward Harley's heritage and premium image are now considering Kawasaki's value-driven offerings. Harley may still have a strong brand, but Kawasaki's strategic emphasis on affordable quality threatens to pull a significant portion of the cruiser market away from the premium players. The truth is, Kawasaki's threat to Harley-Davidson isn't just about price, it's about relevance. While Harley has been busy reinforcing its nostalgia-driven identity, Kawasaki has embraced the modern rider's needs, simplicity, practicality, and value, traits that are becoming increasingly important in a market that values accessibility over exclusivity. The future is bright for Kawasaki, and its strategic push into emerging markets will ensure its success in the coming decades. Kawasaki's quiet efficiency. Manufacturing as a competitive edge. Kawasaki's success in the motorcycle industry doesn't just lie in its ability to design high-quality bikes, it's built on something far more fundamental, a deep commitment to operational excellence. While other brands have struggled with the complexities of production costs, supply chain disruptions, and delays, Kawasaki has turned its supply chain efficiency into a core competitive advantage. The company's quiet approach to manufacturing has allowed it to not only meet the demands of the market, but also consistently deliver motorcycles faster, more reliably, and at a lower cost than its competitors. At the heart of Kawasaki's strategy is its global manufacturing network. The company has established a diverse and robust production ecosystem spanning multiple continents and leveraging economies of scale. This strategy doesn't just keep production costs low, it also provides Kawasaki with the flexibility to adjust to market changes quickly. For example, if one region faces a slowdown or production delay, Kawasaki can shift operations to another region with minimal disruption. This ability to remain agile and adaptable in a globalized market has been crucial in maintaining its competitive edge. The efficiency of Kawasaki's manufacturing processes also extends to its product design. By streamlining production and focusing on core components that matter most to the rider, Kawasaki has managed to deliver high-quality bikes without the added costs often associated with flashy features or unnecessary luxury materials. The emphasis is always on delivering the essentials: reliable engines, durable parts, and a riding experience that appeals to a broad range of consumers without inflating the price. While other companies have leaned heavily on premium branding and high-end features to justify higher prices, Kawasaki has kept its offerings practical and accessible. But it's not just about the numbers. Kawasaki's operational efficiency directly impacts the rider's experience as well. By minimizing production delays and maintaining a steady supply of bikes in showrooms, Kawasaki ensures that customers don't have to wait months for their bikes to arrive. In a world where immediate gratification has become the standard, Kawasaki's ability to deliver quickly has helped build customer trust, which is invaluable in a market as competitive as motorcycles. As a result, Kawasaki's efficiency isn't just a side benefit, it's central to its success and gives the brand a strategic advantage that few can match. The long-term strategy behind Kawasaki's move. While other motorcycle manufacturers have focused on short-term profits or quick market trends, Kawasaki has always been thinking in terms of decades. The company's move into the affordable cruiser market is not a sudden decision born out of desperation, but part of a carefully laid out long-term strategy to reshape what it means to own a motorcycle in the modern age. Kawasaki understands that the motorcycle market is not static. It is constantly evolving, shaped by changes in consumer preferences, economic conditions, and technological advances. And in this shifting landscape, Kawasaki aims to be not just a part of the conversation, but a leader, creating a relationship with riders that lasts far beyond a single purchase. Kawasaki's focus on long-term growth is visible in every aspect of its operations, from its commitment to product reliability to its forward-thinking approach to technological integration. The company has intentionally positioned itself as a brand that can evolve with its riders rather than chasing fleeting trends. It is not interested in just selling bikes, it is interested in creating an enduring connection with a new generation of motorcycle enthusiasts who are looking for something that fits their modern, often urban lifestyle. One of the most interesting aspects of Kawasaki's strategy is its commitment to affordability without compromise. As other brands chase premium pricing and high margins, Kawasaki is stuck to its core philosophy of delivering bikes that offer real value. This is a critical aspect of its long-term vision. Kawasaki is creating bikes that people actually want to buy, not just because of their brand name, but because they are the best option for the modern rider. By focusing on value, they are ensuring that their bikes remain relevant even as the market evolves. This multi-decade vision is not about reacting to the present moment, it's about anticipating what the market will look like in 5, 10, or 20 years. Kawasaki's strategy is based on understanding the fundamental shifts in consumer behavior, technology, and culture, and positioning itself as a brand that is adaptable, resilient, and always in tune with the needs of its customers. Kawasaki's response to the growing EV market. As the world shifts towards the electric vehicles, the motorcycle industry is also undergoing a transformation. Kawasaki, ever the forward thinker, is not just watching from the sidelines. The company is positioning itself to lead in the electric motorcycle space, leveraging its established presence and expertise in manufacturing to meet the growing demand for electric bikes. While some brands have been slow to enter the electric market, Kawasaki has been quietly laying the groundwork for its expansion into electric motorcycles. Kawasaki's efficiency in manufacturing and its ability to integrate new technologies make it an ideal contender in the EV market. Unlike other manufacturers that have been caught up in complex supply chain issues or the challenges of producing new types of vehicles, Kawasaki is well equipped to handle the demands of electric motorcycle production. Its established relationships with suppliers and its global manufacturing capabilities give it a unique advantage in bringing electric motorcycles to market quickly and efficiently. But Kawasaki's entry into the electric space isn't just about keeping up with the competition, it's about building on a foundation of reliability and practicality. Just as Kawasaki has always been known for producing high-quality, affordable motorcycles, it is now focused on creating electric bikes that offer the same value. The company's first electric models are expected to be priced competitively, allowing them to compete not just on innovation but on accessibility, something that has often been missing in the electric vehicle market. In a market where other manufacturers are still grappling with how to adapt, Kawasaki's ability to execute efficiently, combined with its focus on affordability and innovation, puts it in a strong position to capitalize on the electric revolution. Kawasaki's road ahead, maintaining relevance in a changing market. As the motorcycle industry continues to change, Kawasaki is focused on ensuring that it remains relevant to the evolving needs of its riders. The world is shifting toward more sustainable forms of transportation, and younger riders are demanding bikes that are not only functional and reliable, but also reflect their values. Kawasaki's ability to understand these shifts and adapt accordingly will determine its place in the industry for years to come. One of the ways Kawasaki is ensuring its future relevance is through its commitment to sustainability. As the environmental impact of traditional vehicles becomes a growing concern, Kawasaki is investing in technologies that will allow it to produce motorcycles that are both eco-friendly and accessible. The company is exploring ways to incorporate electric technology into its product lineup without losing the essence of what makes Kawasaki motorcycles unique. The future of Kawasaki is not just about selling bikes, it's about creating a sustainable future for motorcycling that aligns with global trends. Kawasaki is also ensuring that it remains a reliable and accessible brand in a world where consumers are looking for practicality above all else. In a market where flashy branding and nostalgia-driven designs often take precedence, Kawasaki's commitment to value, simplicity, and efficiency makes it stand out. It isn't about chasing trends, it's about giving riders what they truly need, and Kawasaki has consistently delivered that. As other brands get caught up in image and hype, Kawasaki is quietly carving out a space that is about the experience of riding, not the branding behind it. In the coming years, Kawasaki's ability to evolve with the market while remaining true to its core values will be key to its success. While competitors may chase after the latest trend or pricing strategy, Kawasaki's commitment to understanding its riders and meeting their needs with affordable, innovative, and sustainable products will ensure that it remains a key player in the motorcycle industry for decades to come. As long as Kawasaki continues to focus on what matters most to its riders, value, quality, and reliability, it will maintain its relevance and continue to thrive in a rapidly changing world. The ripple effects of Kawasaki's success. Kawasaki's recent success in the motorcycle market hasn't just reshaped their own fortunes, it's setting off a ripple effect that is being felt throughout the entire industry. What started as a quiet, calculated strategy to dominate the cruiser market is now transforming not only how motorcycles are made, but also how they are perceived by consumers and manufactured on a global scale. At the heart of this shift lies Kawasaki's commitment to affordability and practicality, two values that have come to define their models. These principles are resonating with consumers in a way that was previously unimaginable, disrupting long-standing industry trends. The impact of Kawasaki's affordable and practical approach has spread beyond just the cruiser market. As consumers move away from brands that charge a premium for nostalgia and image, they are beginning to gravitate toward motorcycles that prioritize value and reliability. Kawasaki's ability to offer well-built machines at accessible prices has caused a shift in how consumers view motorcycles in general. No longer are riders solely focused on a brand's heritage or prestige. Instead, they are looking for products that make practical sense, that offer true value for money. This shift is extending far beyond just the consumer preferences, it's also affecting the global production landscape. Kawasaki's success in streamlining their manufacturing processes to deliver affordable, reliable motorcycles has forced other manufacturers to examine their own production strategies. Companies are now questioning whether their traditional, expensive manufacturing methods and reliance on premium pricing can survive in an age where cost efficiency and sustainability are king. The ripple effect is beginning to disrupt everything from supply chain strategies to marketing approaches. In fact, many competitors, unable to replicate Kawasaki's level of efficiency, are being forced to rethink their entire approach to pricing and production. As Kawasaki sets a new standard for what motorcycles can be, it's clear that this isn't just a passing trend. It's a fundamental shift in how motorcycles are bought and what consumers expect from the brands they support. Affordability, reliability, and innovation are now at the forefront of the consumer conversation, and Kawasaki has made it clear that these values are here to stay. Finding this fascinating? Subscribe and be the first to know when we dive even deeper into the future of motorcycles, because you won't want to miss it. The political implications of Kawasaki's global expansion. The ripple effects of Kawasaki's success don't stop at the consumer level. They are making waves in political and economic circles as well, particularly in the ongoing debate around manufacturing and tariffs. As Kawasaki has strategically positioned itself as a global powerhouse, it's forcing politicians, labor unions, and economists to reassess what it truly means to be made in America. With its international manufacturing and pricing advantages, Kawasaki has exposed some uncomfortable truths about the realities of global trade. One of the most significant political implications of Kawasaki's rise is its challenge to the American manufacturing model. For years, the phrase "Made in America" has carried a heavy weight, symbolizing patriotism, union jobs, and economic pride. However, Kawasaki's pricing advantage, supported by their global manufacturing and supply chain strategies, has forced consumers and politicians alike to ask, is "Made in America" really worth the price? Kawasaki's efficient global production model allows them to offer affordable motorcycles that are comparable in quality to their American-made counterparts, and this has sparked debates about whether the premium associated with American-made products is still justifiable in the face of global competition. The political fallout from Kawasaki's success has highlighted the tension between economic nationalism and globalization. While American manufacturers struggle to absorb rising production costs and tariffs, Kawasaki's ability to source components from multiple countries has enabled them to keep costs low. By leveraging international partnerships and global supply chains, Kawasaki has managed to sidestep the challenges that have made it difficult for American manufacturers to compete on price. This raises difficult questions for policymakers. How can American companies compete if the cost of manufacturing in the U.S. remains so high? And should consumers continue to prioritize national pride over value and affordability? In essence, Kawasaki's rise has exposed deeper truths about the intersection of patriotism, labor, and global manufacturing. It has forced American consumers to rethink what it means to buy a motorcycle that is made in America and whether those additional costs are worth the price. Kawasaki's success is a reminder that in the modern economy, efficiency and global integration often matter more than national loyalty when it comes to delivering affordable and reliable products. The future of Kawasaki. Who will be left standing? Kawasaki's future in the motorcycle industry looks bright, but the road ahead will not be without challenges. As the company continues to refine its focus on affordability, efficiency, and practical design, it has positioned itself to lead the motorcycle market for years to come. But as the market shifts and evolves, Kawasaki faces a new set of challenges. The question now isn't whether Kawasaki will succeed, it's whether its competitors can keep up with the company's long-term vision. Kawasaki's consistency in delivering high-quality, affordable motorcycles has made it a trusted brand among riders, but maintaining that trust will require constant innovation. The motorcycle industry is changing at an unprecedented pace, with new technologies like electric motorcycles and autonomous vehicles on the horizon. Kawasaki's challenge will be to stay ahead of these trends while continuing to offer the practical, value-driven machines that have made it successful. Their ability to balance innovation with their core values will determine their place in the industry's future. What sets Kawasaki apart from other manufacturers is its ability to understand consumer needs and adapt to them over time. Where other brands focus on flashy designs or premium branding, Kawasaki has stayed grounded in delivering reliable, affordable motorcycles that meet the everyday needs of riders. This focus on practicality and consistency positions Kawasaki as a strong contender in the next decade of the motorcycle industry. Kawasaki's long-term success is not just about competing with traditional giants. It's about shaping the future of motorcycling by staying true to the principles that have defined the brand: efficiency, affordability, and reliability. By staying ahead of the curve and continuing to meet consumer needs, Kawasaki is poised to remain a dominant force in the motorcycle world for years to come. As competitors scramble to catch up, Kawasaki's focus on trust and value will continue to drive its success. You've made it to the end. Now don't miss out on more game-changing insights. Hit like, share your thoughts below, and subscribe to stay ahead of all the latest motorcycle news.